According to Jonathan Coachman, McMahon asked Khan apparently for some equity in AEW and expressed interest in running the company, Jimmy. However, Tony Khan reportedly ghosted Shane McMahon afterwards.
I heard that.
Fightful Select has reported that sources close to McMahon confirmed that Khan did not follow up after the meeting, and McMahon was said to have, quote, wanted to run things in AEW, but lacked the necessary knowledge of AEW's business model. It also suggested that Khan may have taken McMahon's request to run AEW as a joke. What do you think, Jimmy T, that on the fact that Tony Khan, once again, may have not read the room correctly, or was Tony Khan maybe clued in and thought that Shane McMahon was trying to come in like a wrestling carny and take over his company?
Oh, 100%, man. But that just sums up what type of guy Tony actually is, right? He'd be like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Like, 100% he would have been like, yeah, no worries to Shane and this and that. Yeah, we'll work together, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know it, he does a Patrick Swayze. You know what I mean? And ghosts him, literally. like, I mean, come on, man. Like, if that's true, and I believe it because I can just see him doing that, dude. He does that to his own wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like, really, he really does.
Yeah, I just think that it's really short-sighted of him then to not bring in Shane McMahon. How much equity did he want? And when he means by run the company, is he talking about running things creatively, or is he talking about running things from a business standpoint? Right?
Well,
Because Shane does have some success. He started after leaving the WWE, he started his own VOD company in China and then ended up selling it for a bunch of money. So, and all reports from Vince Russo as well stated that, Shane started at the bottom, if you will, from the business side, in the production side and all that. So it sounds like Shane's got a good head on his shoulder from both aspects on how to properly run a professional wrestling company. Why wouldn't you bring him in and have him on your council so that way you can lean on him to create potentially good content as well as, maybe get some understanding on how these advertising and partnerships that WWE was able to foster over the last couple of decades. Maybe you get some information from Shane McMahon on how to possibly, recreate that yourself for AEW.
well, let's be honest though, Matt. If you were Tony Khan, right, just say, and Shane McMahon comes along and wants to work with you, say, would you totally trust him? Even if he wants to be there for creative, you'd think he's going to do some sort of hostile takeover like any day, like somehow, somewhere. Not that he can, but you just never know with the connections that he has, right? I would not trust him if I was TK, period. It doesn't matter if he's not talking to Vince, say, or Triple H or whatnot. I still wouldn't trust him 100%, even if I wanted to.
I mean, I don't know, Jimmy, because I look at it like you don't have to give him like a crap load of power or a crap load of equity. You can give him like 5% or something like that and have him on as maybe a consultant from a business side. You don't have to have him show up at events to do creative or anything like that if you really want to keep him out. But from a business model sense standpoint, he would have somebody he could, like a big brother, if you will, as Ben likes to say. That way he can talk to someone and bounce off ideas, maybe being creative, maybe booking, and that leads into the business aspect that Shane may have a better understanding of than Tony Khan. Because, to be honest, Tony's not running the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? He's a statistics guy.
Yeah.
If he's running the soccer team, you would know more about it than I would, and I don't think their soccer team is doing very well. So
No.
this is basically his first his baby, if you will, and the first couple years went great, and then they've tanked. So I don't know. There needs to be some sort of shakeup in regards to who Tony Khan is working with, in my opinion.